All right. So we're talking Chit, first episode of the official Tree Sound podcast. We'll see what the topics are today. We're gonna explore a bunch of different things. One of them, the fact that I have my beautiful wife here, and Paul got to marry us
What are the odds?
Rancho De La Luna. Yeah. But, officially this is going to be a space where we're going to invite a bunch of people in the industry, people that are outside of the industry, people that are acquainted in the
all
industry.
All right or all wrong.
All right or all wrong. We're just going to get to hear their story. We're going to get to reconnect with old friends and old pals from the industry. Lawyers, venue owners, musicians, producers, engineers, gear manufacturers.
Internet celebrities, if we're lucky.
Internet celebrities. This is the space to do it.
We're going to do it.
And we're very looking forward to reconnecting with all these people. And here we are. We're going to be talking Chit and Tree Sound. Roll the intro, Jesse.
Talking Chit, just talking. Talking Chit, what are they doing? You never really know, but I'm into it.
We're all over it.
All right. I just want to make sure, because we're newbies here, episode 1, we got all the mics in that scene too, right? Or did I mess one up?
Uno, dos, y tres.
You only see Road, so we're missing Brit. Oh, can you add it very quick?
Yeah.
So they didn't hear me pee.
Man, thank God. Otherwise, you would have heard her pee earlier.
All right, Susan. Perfect.
All right.
We're cooking.
See,
now.
now we're good. Check. Check a Chit out.
Yeah, perfect. So first of all, thanks to our man Jesse behind the camera.
Thanks,
One of these
Jesse.
days we'll get him in the pod too.
Shy man.
Right. Well, he is in the pod.
The shy boy.
That's right. He's just at the outskirts of.
In the outskirts. Yeah. But let's I think, first of all, I personally want to give a huge thanks to Rick and all the team at Valhalla. Because
Super.
it was pretty much on their dime that we got to go out to Rancho De La Luna.
Yeah, that was sick.
Yeah, Valhalla Amplification, to be clear.
Yep.
Yeah.
They are the manufacturers of some of the best handmade amplifiers in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And
Beautiful.
we are going to do an episode soon on their amps. And I think when we did the initial testing and we tried it out, what you said, Luis, was one amp to rule them all.
Absolutely.
And it truly could be that. Anyway, yes, we love you, Valhalla.
We'll keep you updated on that.
And we'll keep you updated on that. And that's got to be coming up soon. Hopefully next week.
Hopefully.
You're in our wedding photos.
Oh, man. That's right. Oh, that's right. The amps are in the wedding.
They are in our wedding photos. Yeah, next to the guitar.
They were married in front of a really nice vintage Neotech console.
Oh my God. What a
at Rancho De La Luna, right? Rancho De La Luna. Not
De La
De
Luna.
Luna. There's a lie there.
Yeah.
Which also honorable mention to Dave, the studio owner.
Oh, Dave and Jimmy.
Dave
Jimmy,
Ketching
too.
and Jimmy Ford.
Jimmy.
We're both our
man.
witnesses, which
That's
is
right.
We have Dave and Jimmy on our marriage
And Chunk.
certificate.
And Chunk.
the
Oh,
dog.
and Chunk the dog.
Yeah.
The best little
That was
flower
so. What was that? Was 6 of
dogs.
us then? Small
Yeah.
wedding, 6 people total.
had a
Me,
Modelo
too.
after.
We had after the wedding cake we found in the
Yeah,
fridge.
in the fridge, just a slice of wedding cake. I ate
A
that.
slice of a cake,
Yeah.
which is now the wedding cake.
It is. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, the wedding cake.
Which was actually great.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my God.
And then we had to have Modelo because it was like it's a wedding.
Yeah.
So yeah,
But what
Yeah.
a surreal adventure too, because this all happened in the middle of NAMM, which we all know NAMM is just pure chaos.
Yeah.
And we just grabbed the rental car and we drove up after, what was it, the second or third day of NAMM?
It was busy.
Yeah.
third day. I think.
Yeah, and we
Yeah.
just went straight to the desert. Good old Joshua Tree. And if you haven't been there, we highly recommend it
Oh,
because that
Yeah.
place has an energy of its own.
One of the most amazing amplifier collections ever, and the biggest pedal collection I've ever seen in my life. And great equipment, great vibe. And it's been going on more than 30 years.
Yeah.
32.
32.
Was it really?
Is that what it was?
32
The
years?
only reason I know is because the studio was founded the year I was born.
Oh,
right.
I was like, how did you know that?
My little baby. I'm a cougar.
All right now.
Some would say I sometimes listen, but
Oh man, yeah, no, what an amazing place. Google Rancho, and you'll see
Oh, it's
all the
stunning.
amazing stuff that's happened there.
and even if you're a non-musician, just that place alone, that Joshua Tree is just
The energy is amazing.
it's
Yeah.
magic. We went
The desert.
the
Yeah,
night,
there's
the night
something
before,
different.
The night before we went to was it called the Snake Pit?
That restaurant?
Yeah,
Oh,
something like that. Venom Pit. I'm not sure.
Snake
I don't.
bite.
Snake bite.
The snake
Yeah,
bite.
yeah, yeah. Snake bite.
The snake bite saloon.
Snake Bite Saloon. This straight out of
Amazing cheeseburger.
yeah.
Just hot women,
Ooh.
bartenders, everything.
Like
It's
something
just
out of a
vibe.
movie.
It really was.
It was like out of a Tarantino movie. Or something
Exactly.
like that.
straight up.
Yeah,
Straight up. Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
absolutely fascinating, like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a good time. You know.
I'm very honored that you guys honored and also kind of like, damn, you guys got balls. I mean, you asked me to marry you? What the hell? I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
We don't either.
Well, I know. Yeah, clearly.
We don't either.
We're just like, we just want to get married. Why not by a
Why-
friend of ours?
Why not?
Like, straight up.
And I will say, if anybody else out there wants me to marry him, I can do it in under 2 minutes.
He really can't. I'm ordained too. If
Yeah.
you want a duo.
That's right. You could be married, for, we'll have to figure out what the rates are.
Yeah.
Rates may vary based on location.
Yeah.
Good.
I made a company that can provide video and photography too.
Yeah. Straight up.
Maybe.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, man.
But yeah, that brings up too, we got to, while we were there too, we hung out with a lot of the people from Muscle Shoals, which we're planning now a trip.
Yeah.
Yes.
Finally, we're going to get back into, because you haven't been in a minute.
That's right. We started a place a few years ago called Muscle Shoals Church of Sound. Me and my partner, Charles Holloman.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like the unofficial background mayor of Muscle Shoals.
What a great guy.
And I've known him since we were kids.
Yeah.
Also a longtime studio owner. He's been around, had a studio in Charlotte for decades before he kind of retired in Muscle Shoals.
Mm-hmm.
And then the vibe there was so amazing. He just started kind of digging in. He opened a studio there, found an old 70s studio and brought it back to life. A place called East Avalon Recorders, which is like literally was guessing by the compression ceiling quad control room.
Oh, really?
Probably early 70s.
That's amazing.
And it's a house that had a studio kind of attached to the back of it. Very small house. You have 2 bedrooms, a tiny living room, a little kitchen. Bigger part of it is the studio. And typical 70s studio, small couple of booths, good size, live room, but not giant, mostly dead, as most of those rooms were dead, non-reflective. And, but this place was preserved like a time capsule.
And you said too, apparently there was a family that bought the place after the studio closed, and they just didn't take anything apart.
No, the family moved in and lived there for decades. And the equipment went away. The consoles, the tape machines, all that stuff left. But the glass in the windows, the acoustic treatments on the walls, the 70s green shag carpet, the elevated drum booth with the little glass thing in front of it. Everything was untouched.
So they kept all the infrastructure?
All of it. The wiring.
I wonder why. That's amazing.
Well, I guess it was too much of a pain in the ass to tear out. It would be my guess. And I say that as a person who's built a few studios. And every time I build a studio, one of the ongoing jokes is, man, poor bastard who has to rip this shit out. Because, when you build a studio, you kind of build it like a tank.
Yeah.
It's designed to not vibrate, to be really robust, and typically multiple walls, that kind of stuff. So it's like, wow, you got to tear this out. Ooh, it's going to hurt.
When did you buy the church?
The church's sound, Muscle Shoals, was, I want to say about 5 years ago.
And so why did you decide to buy that space?
Well,
I like toys.
But I'm curious.
No, I just always wanted a church. Not really. No, I was, well, let me finish the story about East Avalon.
All right.
So East Avalon.
I'll sidetrack us.
And then I'll tell you, because it's part of the story.
Okay.
This is like the backstory of why. So Charles moves down there. He finds this place. It's a bargain. And he sees it right away. He's a studio owner, like me. We've both been studio rats all our lives. So he sees it and he's like, this is like a pristine, intact 70s studio, minus all the equipment.
Okay.
Charles, just being retired as a studio owner, guess what he has a shitload of? He didn't know what to do with.
Equipment.
Studio equipment. So,
I can fill this up quickly.
right. It's like,
This is great.
I could fill a couple of these. Whatever. So Charles gets the place, moves all the equipment in, and now it's one of the coolest studios in Muscle Shoals. And the equipment is as good as it gets. All the top-notch, best everything.
Amazing.
I think he's got an API console in there right now.
Damn.
But like, he's got the piano that was on the early REM records. Anyway, crazy history. And when you walk in, you feel like you've walked into a time machine.
Yeah.
We'll tour it.
Hopefully,
we'll
absolutely.
We'll
Yeah.
get all those
East
shots of
Avalon.
the gear and
East Avalon Recorders.
checking some Chit out.
It's just wonderful. And Charles is a wonderful engineer. He's been doing this stuff. When we met, he was in a band called, oh crap, what was it called? So Inclined.
Okay.
And
SOWN?
So Inclined, yeah. Yeah, and I was here in Atlanta, and we were all kind of college age.
Sorry.
It just clicked.
I know. Thank you.
Oh no, I missed it.
SOWN. So inclined. Like sewing.
So
I'm being stupid.
I was like, oh no. Anyway, they were. So I met Charles as a guy in a band,
Yeah.
and then I started recording him in my parents' basement, which is where Tree Sound was located for maybe 2 years while I was in between places.
Yeah.
My parents were living out of the country, so empty house anyway. And then I got my first DAT machine,
Okay.
and two-track stereo DAT machine, because that was our mix down medium. Like we would mix, our whole record down to DAT,
Nice.
to this tiny little puny cassette digital thing. And that was the best way to get exactly what you wanted to the CD pressing plant. Or whatever
Okay.
At that time.
When music sounded good on a CD.
Yeah. Well, we were all complaining about how bad it was compared to tape. But anyway, so that's another discussion.
Okay.
But
I started it.
so when I meet Charles, he's in this band and we're doing demos and shit in my parents' basement. And then he's like, man, we're going out on the road. You should bring your fancy DAT machine and record some live shows. So we started doing that. And then that just led into a kind of we started recording live shows. We kept doing demos together. And then he moved to Charlotte
Okay.
and started his own studio. And for decades, that's what he did. Till he retired there and then started another studio in Muscle Shoals.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to get to the point here.
Okay.
I'm getting to the question.
Can't stay away.
So he retires. He goes out of the Shoals. He calls me, man, I'm down Muscle Shoals. Really fucking cool. I'm like, yeah, man, I saw the documentary. I can't wait to go. I want it. I've been thinking about it all my life. Let's go to Muscle Shoals. I ain't got no real reason to go there because it's kind of off the beaten path.
Yeah.
You're not usually passing by.
No.
There's no passing by. It's really the reality, which is what makes the Shoals really cool.
Mhm.
You don't go there on the way to anything.
You go with intention.
Yeah, you're going there because this is where you're going. But it is a couple hours from Nashville, a couple hours from Memphis, a couple hours from Birmingham, just a little more than an hour from Huntsville.
It's a hub.
So it's a hub.
Yeah.
Right. Maybe it's the energetic hub.
Yeah.
All
I can
the
see that.
awesomeness for all those cities.
I would call it that exactly, an energetic hub.
It's so close to everything that you're saying.
And it's right on the
Yeah,
Tennessee
literally.
River. It's like it's magic, and it has a vibe. You feel it when you get there. Now back to why did I go there? Because I would have never gotten there.
Okay.
I probably would have eventually, but not in this way. Charles, lifetime friend, goes down there, retires. Him and his wife are like, fuck it, this is great. They buy a house down there together.
Yeah.
And they're, this is our retirement life, basically, right?
Yeah.
And he gets the first studio. Then he finds another old studio that's abandoned that used to be called Widget Studios. This is 2 blocks down from our church and a block or two down from from Muscle Shoals Sound. Muscle Shoals Sound being one of the historic studios in Muscle Shoals, right on Jackson Highway. So he finds a studio called Widget, and he buys it and says, I'm going to refurbish it and bring it back. It has a bunch of history too. The Commodores, or somebody said they thought Brick House was recorded there. I don't know. Anyway, and it's kind of a funky, like 70s building. So he's in the process of restoring that. And then another dude I know, Dave Cobb, who's like a big guy in Nashville now. I think he's big, like one of the main guys in Universal Nashville, and helps keep RCA Studio A running and some other stuff there. Chris Stapleton, I think, is the biggest thing I can say that he was one of the big things that you said.
I've heard of him.
Who's he? What does he do? And I gave her Chris Stapleton. Yeah, okay, the guy behind him. So, or one of many, I'm sure you know how that is. But Dave is, kicking ass in that world. And he goes down to Muscle Shoals and is like, wow, the vibe, like anybody, any music person who goes there, you guys will see it. You'll be like, where did this crazy vibe come from? And he's like, man, I really want to have a studio. Is there any old studios around that I'd love to have a spot here, a presence? And he finds Widget. And he comes to Charles and says, hey, man, what's going on with Widget? Charles is like, I don't know, restoring it. Maybe we could be partners or whatever. So they make some kind of deal. I don't know any of the details really. I think it's kind of like Charles makes the building work and Dave brings the goods.
Okay, I got you. So they had a deal going
Dave
on or
brings
whatever.
the equipment and Charles restores the property. Something like that. I don't know I don't know anything beyond that.
Well, hopefully we can talk to them soon.
We will.
We can figure out all the deets.
We will be finding out the details.
Yeah.
And so, a week before the movie premiere for the Aretha Franklin Respect movie came out. So this is how we can date it. Like, when did I go to Muscle Shoals?
Yeah.
A week before the movie premiere, Charles calls me and goes, dude, I was just hanging out with Dave Cobb. I'm like, whoa, that's cool. Tell him I said, hey. And he goes, bro, we're going to do this studio together. And neither of us knew that we knew you. So then they were like, they started talking and they said, we got to call Paul. And I can't, and they said, we're invited, come down. They called me and then I was like, I'll find a time to come. And then the next day, I think it was like, dude, we got you tickets to the movie premiere and you can just come down and we got you a hotel room at the Marriott. And I'm like, I'm going to fucking Muscle Shoals. Hell yeah. I want to see the movie anyway. And then I thought this will just be super fun. So I get there and everything feels great. And me and Charles are hanging out. We go to the movie premiere. After the movie premiere, all these crazy famous musicians from, the 60s and 70s and were there. And at the after party, I'm meeting all these crazy famous musicians. I'm a music geek, so I'm just loving it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, Muscle Shoals is like Disneyland for music people, and I'm in this kind of obscure place and very small town, like size crowd. There's not a lot of people. There's never traffic, for instance, unlike Atlanta. And I'm just like immediately in love with the place. And then one person after another, and then I meet people who know people I know, and then I meet people I know that I didn't even know were there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, whoa, what are you doing here? So all of a sudden, I automatically feel like I love this place.
Yeah. That's like home.
Yeah, I felt like home. And then Charles is like, let me take you to this pub or whatever, let's get a beer or whatever. I'm like, yeah, let's go. Let's get some food and a beer. And all of a sudden we go to a place and we start meeting music people. This guy tours with so-and-so, and this guy's an engineer at such and such place. And this guy's, the guitar tech for whoever. And we're so basically our people. Like, oh, look, man, there's a random small pub. It's full of our people.
Crazy.
And then it takes me to another place.
Yeah.
He had his shit planned, too. Dude was setting me up like a bowling pin.
He's dating you.
So then we go to a couple other places and we meet a bunch of cool people. And I'm just like, this place is amazing. And then he's like, you want to go see this church I got the keys to? And I'm like, sure, kind of, yeah. What's going on with that? And he goes, well, I got the keys to this church next to Muscle Shoals Sound. And I'm like, huh? Like, what? And I'm like, well, can I drink and smoke there? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, let's go. So we go. We grab a 6-pack on the way. We go. It's like 2 a.m. or some shit. We walk into this place. It's like an old church. It's been remodeled for different things over and over. At this point, it had become a dentist office. And yeah, believe me, it was like
I had no idea.
Yeah, it was the dental. They made like dentures and false teeth and shit. There was one of the biggest cleanup projects. Was not to get sidetracked. We called it tooth dust. The tooth.
Did you find any molds of teeth?
Yes.
Yeah.
All kinds of shit. Yes. Oh yeah. All kinds of shit.
Just like molars.
And the machines they used to bake them and stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh yeah, it was cool. But
that's cool.
Anyway, so he takes me to this place, and I'm like, "What the man? This is crazy!" Like I'm seeing the potential anyway. Yeah. Even though I know there's a lot of this is going to get ripped the fuck out, but I see the potential, and we're literally looking at Muscle Shoals Sound Studio next door, and there's a big parking lot, and I'm like, this is amazing, and I think it was probably right there on the spot. I don't think it was the next day. I think it was right then. And when I said, well, what's the deal? And what would it cost you to buy this building? And what do you want to do with it? And all that other shit. And, he's like, I don't fucking know what I want to do with it. And I'm like, yeah, man, but we got to have it, right?
Right.
And then he's like, yeah. And I was like, and he said, what are we going to do with it? And he said the same thing to me. And I said, I don't know, but we'll think of something. And then we're standing there. I'm going, yeah, this feels good. And then we're like, I don't remember if it was me or him that said, the building will tell us what it wants us to do. And we were like, yeah. And I said, so you want to do it? He said, yeah. We shook hands, and that was it. So within like a day or two of setting foot in Muscle Shoals, I'm doing a handshake deal on an old church. Yeah. That would turn into a dentist office. So, and I say that to say that there's something going on there. And since then, it's only gotten more amazing. There's a thing called Shoals Now.
Yeah. I've seen that.
You can see it's the most current way to keep up with what's going on in Muscle Shoals. And there's an amazing amount of incentives, recording incentives, not tax incentives, but rebates. I should call them rebates.
Yeah, that's wild.
Which is hard to imagine. So there's a state tax rebate that just, a state, not tax, a state rebate. So hard to not equate those things. Yeah. There's a state rebate incentive for recording music and a Shoals rebate. If you put the two together, you can get over 50% of your money back.
Crazy.
So you spend, you have to hit certain thresholds, but simple math. Spend 50 grand, they're going to write you a check for 50 grand.
Yeah.
When
Like,
you leave.
who does that?
No one that I've ever heard it anywhere. I mean, not even Canada. I don't think it's that good.
No.
So
I think the only places I've heard of doing stuff like that is like Nordic countries, like Sweden.
Yeah, 100%, because they invest in their creatives.
They want artists to be, because that's the thing.
Like, will you spend the money? We'll match it.
Yeah. And you think about it, like the biggest hurdle for art is the fact that artists need to survive.
Right.
But if they don't need to survive and they can focus on creating,
maybe they make better art.
Yeah.
And that's why you see, like, nowadays, I mean, and we were having this discussion in the kitchen, like, there's always great music being made at every day, every week, every month, every year in history. Well,
right. Well, we
recorded. Yeah. But, like, you see a lot of, like, what the so-called Nepo babies and stuff like that they're born into these families where they have enough financial security that they can develop themselves as artists.
They have the time.
They have the time to do it,
Yeah.
They have the time.
And it's a beautiful thing. I think like Scotland is doing something similar now, where they're doing these grants for artists too, where they help them with housing or like studios to be able to create and stuff like that.
There was that little studio or artist village they built after Katrina down in New Orleans, but it was a great idea, but it kind of stopped.
It did.
One street, right?
Yeah.
Or one or two, whatever it was. But yeah, that concept. And I think so that is part of what's going on in the shows. That's not what lit the fire. What lit the fire is a documentary. So if you guys haven't seen the documentary, you should
we
watch
still
it.
haven't even watched it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I know.
You're going to trip out when you watch it. And there's a part 2 in the works, like here.
Really?
So, but for me, what got me was the people, the vibe, and now the growing infrastructure. There's at least a handful of badass studios with the best of equipment and the best people. And there's people migrating from LA, Nashville, Canada. I have a guy renting my house, Canadian guy. Jay Took, great producer. And people are coming from everywhere to the shoals, and I'm watching this kind of thing emerge, which I was imagining when I did the handshake on the church 5 years ago, and whatever. And it's really happening. So I would encourage any music person who wants to live in a small town to move there.
Yeah.
We have our first Hard Rock hotel in Alabama ever being built there.
Really?
Being built on.
Oh, so they're actually trying.
Yeah. I mean, the Hard Rock probably did some research before they decided.
That's a good sign.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Because a cool thing that will come with that too is like, Hard Rocks are notorious for having, live events too.
Yeah.
So.
Absolutely.
Do they have a lot of live music there?
They do.
Okay.
It's smaller venues, which I love. I prefer smaller venues anyway. And there's a great theater there. They they have Shoals Fest, which is outdoors. That's a thing that Jason Isbell heads up. This last year we had Jackson Brown, which was really cool.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of small venues. And what I love about that area is if you go to the hotel bar at the Marriott, for example, I think it's called Swampers. And you go to the hotel, the lobby bar, to get a beer and a cheeseburger or whatever. And the people who are playing in the hotel bar are usually like world-class, amazing writers, amazing performers. And you're just like, what the, you're not going to find that in a lot of places.
No.
The music history there and the heritage and the what the people who live there still carry is, I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing. The Swampers and the Fame Gang, which would have been the two, big studio musician groups. A lot of them have passed, of course, because it was a long time ago when they were like killing it. But the ones that are still alive are still kicking it. and they're still out there doing sessions. And the children and the grandchildren of those guys are out there killing it.
Aw.
So now you're seeing like generations down the road of these amazing parts of our music history, kind of, you know, the rebirth, whatever you want to call it, of Muscle Shoals. I mean, that's what I think is going on right now there.
That's incredible. That's what we need more of, honestly. It's these small communities that matter.
Yeah.
Especially within this world.
Which is like a perfect segue too here, because we got to experience another community this past weekend. You know, we invited Paul down to Macon. I was playing a gig with my band.
Oh yeah,
Rock the 90s, and
that was so fun, dude.
Thank you. It was a great time.
For me, this is gonna make me feel like an old guy, but dude, it was like, oh, this is the music that my girlfriends listen to. You know, like when I started getting old, the older I got, the younger my girlfriends became. Not to sound weird, but
I mean, you kind of sound a little like Matthew McConaughey right now. And what was that movie?
I got to that point when, you know, when it all leveled out.
Yeah.
And that was in the 90s.
Yeah.
And so then it was like I would always be dating somebody, and now I'm married to somebody who listens to music that's about 10 years behind everything I like to listen to. I love all that music, but it wasn't that, you know how
it wasn't your thing.
It wasn't my era.
Yeah.
Like when I was in high school, right? It wasn't my era when I was in high school where you're like, yeah, I love all those songs. I remember all the words. So it was like, oh yeah, this is my girlfriend's era, or now my wife's era. And that's what was fun about it.
And the funny thing too is like that era was like you also record. You were Tree Sound was a big.
No, I was actually recording.
It was so crazy.
That was even weirder.
Like we're playing these songs, and it's like, hey, yeah, there's Paul. He recorded, or they were recorded in his studio.
Yeah,
yeah, that was fun.
Yeah,
I really loved it, and it's obvious. It's an obvious thing when you think about it, but it's like everybody knows the words to all the songs because they were all fucking hit songs.
Yeah.
Like you just say, playing number one.
Yeah, it's all the hits.
It's all the hits.
Yeah, all the top hits.
That was super fun. That it was kind of like, you know, I mean, I've been to plenty of cover band shows and I love them, but I thought that show was super awesome because you guys killed it. First of all,
thank you,
but also because the crowd participation was just intense.
Yeah,
it really was.
It was like,
wow, it's like
you guys
crazy,
are really into it.
Super crazy.
Yeah, I feel like my heartbeat was just on the entire show above 100.
Yeah.
Like the entire time.
I believe it.
Yeah. And it's like one of those weird things because like, you know me, like I don't pay attention to lyrics whatsoever.
No, but you just know them.
Yeah, and it's like I'm playing these songs and I'm just like singing to the top of my lungs, and like I really hope these microphones are not picking my dumbass voice, you know.
You don't know if you know the right words.
I don't know, but I'm just like they come out.
Yeah, because they're built into our psyche.
For real.
You hear that shit on the Home Depot, fucking, you know, music.
Oh yeah, you're in the grocery store, just like.
Yeah.
So you're like, oh, I know that song. I heard it a million times, even if I didn't want to.
I know. It was like me. I grew up with the Cranberries, and then all of a sudden I hear it in Kroger, and I'm like, damn it.
Yeah.
Damn it, this is nostalgia now.
Oh, man. Yeah, we had some good news at NAMM from the Neve guys. We went to the Neve booth because I love Neve shit. And I was like, oh, I want more. And so we started. However it came up, I was like, yeah, I remember I bought a rack of these once, and they're like, oh, how many did you get us? And I got 8 of them. And I remember them because it was like buying a car. I had to like make car payments. Buy this rack of these. And they were like, oh, when did you buy them? I go, well, the first year that you guys came out with that shit, I bought 8. And the guy goes, whoa, you know what that means? And I go, what? He goes, now the ones you bought are vintage. It's just like, I think they said the like it's like 25 years.
That's crazy.
If you're over 25 years.
That is so crazy. I know. I hate that.
Shit, they call your shit vintage. Yeah, because what does that make me?
I know. We're vintage.
I'm antique.
If we're over 25, we're vintage.
We're definitely vintage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny because I've seen like with newer generations now, they're getting like, especially they're really leaning into this like early 2000s aesthetic and stuff like that. And they're starting to call like cameras, like I never thought in my life I would hear this term, vintage digital.
Yeah, bro. Oh my God, my 14-year-old, bro, you know what she wanted for Christmas? One of my old ass cameras.
For real.
So I got her an old like
they don't
little
want to see the
Canon
picture.
Sure Shot or something, or with all the little cards and she's like, her and her friends love it.
Oh, they 100% do.
So the other day we were messing with it. She's taking all these pictures and I got to help her. Sometimes they get stuck and they get weird because they're old. And I was helping her work with it for some reason and figured out how to dump the stuff under her laptop. And and she was like, tell me how much they love it. And she's like, do you have any more like cameras like that? And I said, I got a drawer of them. I got like a dozen old crappy cameras. So that's what it is now. Old crappy cameras.
Oh yeah.
We have all this fancy 4K, 8K, whatever the hell it is. The kids want old shitty cameras.
They do. They're listening to music on vinyl.
I know.
I have a god nephew that's only listening to music on vinyl in his bedroom.
My daughter's the same way, and she she said, Dad, can you get me like Fleetwood Mac greatest hits?
Yep.
Can you get me, it was Carole King she already loves, she's got a bunch of that. There was something else that she was like asking me recently, but it'll be like one new thing and like two things from the 70s.
Yeah.
And she's a crappy little record player, and I'm like, I can give you like set up a really nice
I can make the sound good for you.
I got like stuff in the
They don't care. They don't want that.
Nope. I want the crappy stereo with vinyl.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dude, do you know what I bought recently? It was this Camp Snap. It was a camera. It's a digital camera.
Yeah.
You can't see anything. Me.
What? You can't see anything?
You can't. It was like it's
You
like
just have to take a risk.
yeah,
and
but
hit the
it's
button.
digital. It's almost like an old Kodak.
Right.
Like and
Where they had the tiny
instant things, and I was like, I want that vibe.
Doesn't
I don't
even
wanna
give you
see
like a tiny little
Not at
like
all.
nothing. You
Not
don't even
at all.
have something to aim with.
And they even have this like
It does have a viewfinder, I think.
no, you can look through the little
like an
viewfinder, but
analog
you're not.
camera.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
it's that way.
sorry.
There's also
But
like how the fuck
you're not able to
how do you
view it.
frame a shot if you can't look through the
No, you can look through. Sorry,
All right,
so
you
you can
frame
look
a
through
shot.
that, but you can't look at the video after. And they also have like an actual like video camera, so
Like a
people are
Super 8 kind of
getting
vibe.
like a Super 8 vibe.
Wow.
So like
Yeah.
it's this mix of like digital and analog at the same time, and people are just wanting that the sound and the video and the photography like the aesthetic.
Yeah, they don't want to.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me see.
Oh, it's gonna come back to tape. You're here. It's like people are going to be recording
good.
on tape now.
Sorry, I saw somebody. I wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
We didn't like earlier today. We crashed somebody's session.
Yeah, I did.
We were walking around. What was my fault? I said, "Hey, take a look in here," and then there's somebody fucking cutting a vocal
In the pasta room.
in the
In the I called it the pasta room. It's a roster room, but I was like, it looks like a pasta room.
Yeah. So anyway, somebody was just walking up, and then I thought, "Oh shit, we might be,
Creeping on their
creeping on
session.
their
yeah.
session," but they're
Yeah, at the end of the day, as much as this serves us a prop for this podcast, this is still a commercial studio.
working
and
studio.
The rooms are full. So book your session.
right. Right.
Get them while it's hot.
That's right. That's why we moved in here from the other room.
Yeah. We were
That's
shooting
why
today
we
in
moved.
Studio 11, and now we're in Studio A.
Yeah.
Yeah. But to go back to kind of like the community thing and all this stuff, like, after that gig, we got to spend some time in Macon, Georgia. Yeah. And
Amazing history there.
Yeah.
had an amazing batch.
Capricorn record.
Oh, the basement.
And we got
Reverb.
Let's talk
Chambers.
about the reverb
we
chambers.
got to visit Capricorn
Can
Studios
we?
in Macon.
That
Excuse me.
thing, that shit blew my mind because it looked suspect.
I love the old dude who was giving us a tour. He looked at me and he goes, "You explain it to him."
I'm like, this is where slaves were. Like, what? is happening?
No.
If you bought that place and you didn't know what was happening, you'd be like, what was happening in this
Right.
basement?
Why are there these weird rooms
These,
with
like-
Yeah.
doors, like
Yeah.
little cages?
With little cages and like
Who are
there's
they putting
and,
in?
and tile inside. It was like really messed
covered in
up.
tile.
And we're
Well,
like,
there wasn't big drains on the floor. It made you nervous and like, But
There were even
That's
not in the reverb
I'm just
chambers.
oh my god, it was wild. And I'm like, I'm not stepping in that.
Yeah.
Hugh
But it
didn't
was so
even
cool.
hesitate.
He wouldn't.
Hugh just jumped in and started singing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like,
right in.
nope.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, the gentleman, I'm pretty sure his name was Tim. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
And
Tim.
he's an entertainment lawyer now Capricorn got bought by Mercer
By Mercer,
University.
yeah.
Um,
And they have like a foundation or a part of the university, whatever it is. So they do a lot of educational stuff, and they've restored the buildings that the original Capricorn studios were in, and they've maintained the original studio there, which is amazing.
it's a masterpiece of a
Gorgeous.
studio.
Yeah, it's a time capsule, much like Muscle Shoals, where you walk back in time, and it I even mentioned it when we walk in. It smells like the 70s.
It does. It does. Has a
Burlap,
must.
and it has
Yeah.
and all the old studios that I've ever been in have that smell.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I don't even know. I can't even tell you what it is, but it's like, oh, I know that smell.
Mm-hmm.
And
But yeah,
you can almost even smell too, like, this is a weird thing, but it's like you can smell like the warmth coming off of the gear.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no, that's not a weird. That's the actual smell of the gear.
Yeah.
When equipment is left on and it's cooking and it lets off a smell
awesome.
of tube electronics and stuff just cooking.
But
I love that smell.
That mixed with burlap.
With burlap and the dust that settles on the tube.
Oh.
So
Dude.
it's hard to explain the smell. But
Yeah.
if you know, then you know.
Yeah.
If you know,
It
then
was
you know.
magical.
If you know that smell, you'll be like, oh yeah,
It's like, I can make some great music here.
oh man.
And for those who don't
Yeah.
know, like Capricorn Records is like the birthplace of Southern rock and roll.
Well, share. You have the Allman Brothers. You have
Yeah.
like all
Marshall
these-
Tucker Band.
Otis Redding.
Later in the
I don't know
90s.
if Otis was on.
Was it with Capitol Records?
I don't think it was.
He didn't
Or
record
Capricorn
there,
Records. I'm sorry.
but he's from Macon.
But Macon.
Oh,
Absolutely
I thought they had
Macon.
because
Yeah.
they had his piano there that he recorded.
Well,
on.
they did, and they had that dude that was playing with them that we met too.
Tim. His name was Tim.
No, Tim was.
No, no, no.
I know. I
not
thought
Tim
the other
Lawyer.
guy was Tim.
Were they both Tim?
Maybe. Tim and Tim.
Could have been Tim.
Yeah.
No, I don't think it
Well,
was.
my bad. Look at me just making up things.
I don't know. Yeah, my memory is
Well, it was a lot to take in too, because like
a little overwhelming. I didn't expect it.
No.
No.
All right, so we have the great show.
Yeah.
We're like, yay, this is great. We all go home to the hotel, and the next morning we're like, let's get something to eat.
Yeah.
And we have some great breakfast. Mine was mostly Bloody Marys,
Same.
but anyway.
And I'm just a vacuum cleaner. Yeah, I was
Great
just eating
breakfast.
up
You vacuum clean
everything
my
people
food.
were leaving on the
Yeah.
table.
And then we're like, well, let's go to, let's see if we can go to Capricorn. And they were open, but not open, partially open.
There was actually a session going on.
It was
Yeah.
a session.
That we interrupted.
Yes, we
Classic
did.
us.
Classic.
Don't let us in your studio unless you want the
Right.
session to be
Yeah,
interrupted.
Probably trying to probably
Unless-
open the door. Hey, what are you doing in there, man?
I don't know. I think we brought the vibes.
Maybe. I hope so. We can find out.
Fingers crossed.
Rob Evans, who's the engineer who allowed us to crash the session, we're hoping to get him to come up and talk some shit.
Yeah, we would love to.
Yeah, so we didn't know what was going on there. We didn't know who he was, we didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
But we figured at least we can go to the gift shop, buy a T-shirt.
Yeah.
And they have they have a little bar there. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool when you walk
Oh,
in.
no, you lost your
Oh,
mic.
good God. Didn't fall in the drink, did it? No. Thank the Lord. So,
Oh, it came off even with the magnet? That's
those
pretty
things,
cool.
those are the minis. They're not as good as y'all's.
All right. Cautious.
So, yeah.
You can
Can you clip?
look, you can take it completely off
Help me.
and put it.
Oh, you can take, that's right.
Thank you.
Bam.
Look at that.
Boom.
Look at that.
Pro.
All right.
Yeah. We can start the podcast now.
This was a warm up.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, it's worth mentioning too, like, we felt the energy too. There.
Right there.
And-
Same thing. Just like most
Yeah.
shows.
and hearing what they're trying to do, and hopefully that we don't know exactly, like, because Mercer bought Capitol Theater as well,
Right.
and they're buying stuff around there. We good, Jesse? We're cooking.
All right.
Sweet. And yeah, it looks like they have a vision.
Yeah.
And they want to kind of like, it looks like they're trying to revamp that place too, kind of like what Muscle Shoals.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly the same thing. Yeah, that was great, man. We got to see another amazing old studio. Rob Evans, I knew him, and I was like, man, I know that dude, and I know his name, and I looked at my phone, and I had a Rob Evans in my phone, but it wasn't him.
Mm-hmm.
I confirmed, because I said, is this you? And he's like, nope. And I was like, all right. Ends up, we met at a good friend of mine's wedding in 2001.
Wild. And he remembered you.
Yeah. It was like, well, backstory, the wedding lasted 3 days. We camped in the woods for 3 days and cooked goats and pigs and drank mead, and it was kind of a rager.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, so that was kind of an unexpected nugget. So Rob, it was kind of like a get to reconnect with somebody I hadn't seen in forever, and we're connected through my friends Jimmy and Laura Hendricks, and they're neighbors of mine in Alaska. We have a cabin up there, and they're neighbors. And I grew up with Jimmy here in Atlanta, so that was just a random weird connection.
Small world.
Yeah, the engineer guy, Capricorn, happened to be somebody connected to Jimmy, which is why it was at Jimmy's wedding. And anyway, that was fun.
Yeah, and then
it was a good time.
Keep on getting that small world. Hugh, the band leader in my band Rock the 90s.
Oh yeah,
knew Rob because Rob used to run sound at Capitol Theater and has done sound plenty of times for Rock the 90s.
Yeah, no, it's such a tiny world.
It really is.
Everybody freaking knows each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then after we finished interrupting the crap out of that,
I know.
Man, I'm not gonna lie, I was like, I think at least 4 or 5 times I was like, I'm so sorry, can we please get the fuck out of here? Let us get out of your way. And then you take 5 steps and then there'd be
another thing.
And it's one set.
Yeah.
And then we'd be talking for 20 more minutes.
Yeah.
I felt bad for I hate it. But we got out of there, I think, pretty effectively.
Yeah.
Without disrupting the session too much.
Yeah.
Maybe an hour.
Yeah, it was just magical. And I think, even the purpose of this podcast too is kind of like the things
talking shit.
Yeah.
And that's what we were doing the whole time.
Exactly.
We were talking shit.
Yeah.
And just, we experienced it there. They were so welcoming to us and so kind, and we felt that community vibe too. And that's something that Tree Sound is trying to, also embrace, and, with several events that are happening, now even on Sundays too.
Right. The Beacon Group.
The Beacon Group.
That's a peer-led kind of support group for, when I say peer-led, peers meaning people who are actively in the music business. We're trying to, this is what we do.
Yeah.
And it's an opportunity to get support, not like therapy support, but to share stories and talk to other people who are in the music business. Mm-hmm. And for me, I like to do it because it's oh yeah, that sucks for you too, huh? Yeah, it sucks for me too. Yeah. Or wow, this is great for me. And so we all have the same. I think in the music business, our peaks and valleys are different than they are in other businesses.
Yeah, I would agree.
I mean, everybody has the financial roller coaster, but ours goes beyond that. It's got a deeper emotional attachment.
It's so philosophical because you're putting your heart out all the time.
Exactly. So when you get elevated for it, it's wow.
What do you do with it?
It's amazing. But then when you don't, or when you're, we talked about this, I think the other day, okay, I got a Grammy, right?
Yeah.
Wow, I spent all my life trying to get a Grammy, and now I have won the Grammy, but I can't afford to go to the Grammys.
Yeah. I think there's so many highs and lows in this industry, it can really destroy you.
Yes.
Mentally, it really
Mentally,
can.
No, I see it all the time. I think, I don't know how I get through it sometimes. I mean, I'm lucky that I don't like I'm lucky that I don't just go crazy like into partying. I did a little bit when I was young, I'm not gonna lie. But as I got older, I'm grateful that I was able to recognize that's not the solution. Getting wasted and partying hard all the time is not the solution. It's not going to help. It's not the solution. And because I wanted to stay in it, I had to start looking at how else do we cope with this? How do we deal with this roller coaster ride we're on of the music industry? And for me, it has become talking to other people that are in the business, having a community, we were saying earlier, of people who are in the same ride, who are doing the same stuff. So when we talk about it to each other, we understand. And one of the things that I encounter with a lot of my friends that, now that we've started kind of more organizing these groups, and dude, Timothy and Capricorn has one of those groups. Yeah. Right? That was an even crazier part of that visit. I don't remember what it's called, but basically it's like you got to be 55 or older and still be working in music.
Very specific.
And then we get together and we talk about what the old people think.
You're like, oh.
So I'm like, I can't wait. And he's like, we do one in Atlanta. And I was like, I'll bet I know everybody in it. And he's like, oh, you probably do. And sure enough, I ran into my friend Marty Curran, worked here all the time, the other day. And I was like, you heard about this group? He goes, oh, I'm in it. And I go, yeah, I met the dude Tim the other day. And he goes, yeah, I know everybody good. I go, I told him, I bet I know everybody in it. He goes, yeah, you know everybody in it. So I can't wait to go to it.
Yeah.
That'll be interesting.
But the point of the group, and I think the point of the Beacon group as well, is not that that we're trying to solve anybody's problems. It's just to be able to recognize that we all have the same problem.
And we're not alone.
And we're not alone. Yeah. Everybody in my life thinks I'm crazy too. You're not alone.
Yeah. Seriously.
Right? I mean, that's what it's like, right?
Well, when you're an artist, literally everyone thinks you're batshit crazy.
Yeah. Sure.
In a sense. But it's not their business. It's not my business what they think, but it still wears on you a little bit because it just is like there's this societal standard about how you should kind of live your life, but you feel so different from that. And it's like, am I weird? How do I structure my life? Do other people feel this way? And I think the Beacon group is so nice to be part of.
Part of that is, am I weird? Fuck yeah, you're weird.
But that's the ownership
But I'm
of
weird
it.
too.
Yeah, and it's like, we're all weird.
We're all weird.
Super weird.
Exactly.
We don't know what we're doing. We're trying our best.
Right.
And we're going to see what happens.
Yeah. That's I love that about this business. And we talked about that earlier a little bit with NAMM. Where we're like, why did we go to NAMM? See people we hadn't seen in years. Oh. And to commiserate and to recognize 100%. One another and say, hey, we're all still in this shit. And we're still doing it. Wow, we're still doing it. And that in itself is a support group.
Yeah. And all the newbies that go there and connect, they're feeling the same thing. So you're getting this new generation of people feeling the same way that you feel, connecting with people.
They're excited about it too. Yeah. Because they hadn't been around long enough to be like, fuck this.
I think it's easy to get burnout here.
That's part of the... Yeah. I think that's part of the old guy group. I can't wait to find out. I can't wait to go. Whatever they call that shit, I'm going. Yeah. But I think that's probably part of it. Like, wow, how have we survived this many years of it not being different?
So how do you survive?
I don't know. I mean, I think for me, music, obvious reason. Everyone's the music, which is true. It's the music. Part of it is the community, like we were just talking about. And for me, that has to be a part of it because that's like the support that keeps me going when I think I can't keep doing this shit. I'm broke and I don't know how I'm going to pay the bill. Yeah. Get a job at Home Depot, dumbass. Yeah. And then I get a sign. Hey man, we might place a song on Whoop. I'm like, holy crap, really? And all of a sudden I'm like, wow, I might make a placement that could change my life. Probably not gonna. I know that's also the reality. But it's like gambling. It's like a gambling
Are we
addiction.
just serotonin people? We're just like waiting for a hit.
Maybe that's it. I'm waiting.
You know, we're just waiting for that thing that
I'm gonna.
And
Well, and I'm also waiting for the paycheck.
and a paycheck. You're like, oh, this will help me survive.
It's also the cliche thing of like, it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. And that excitement that you have when you get a new piece of gear. Like, I mean, gear is not going to make you a hit record, but it's exciting.
But wasn't it fun buying some shit today?
Exactly.
I'm excited about that. Let's not go down the rabbit hole.
Yeah.
That's different. Check this shit out. This is talking shit. We're not talking shit about checking shit.
But yeah, it's like, it's super exciting to write a song and just get so excited about the possibilities of what the song could be, or just meeting new musicians, or hearing about a new musical concept, or trying something, like all these crazy ideas. And like, for me personally, like, the more I get to be around, people that are doing it here in the studio, and just get to interact with people when I'm playing live and all this stuff. For me, ultimately, like, the biggest thing is, like, I want to encourage people to pursue those crazy ideas, because that's the only area where we actually like evolve as humans.
Yeah.
Those crazy mother effers that have a wild idea and everyone tells them to not do it, but they still do it, and then magnificent stuff just happens.
That's kind of how it works.
Yeah.
That's how this place happened. Everybody in Atlanta, not everybody, but the people that I trusted, my mentors, right? The people that I was like, I got to get their advice. I'm not gonna do something crazy without their advice.
Yeah.
And I went and one after another were like, dude, you're crazy. And these are the biggest studio people in Atlanta, the people who have been here for decades in some cases. And they all had very good reasons.
Yeah.
Why Atlanta, this community specifically, will not support what I want to build. This room, Studio A specifically. I was like, I want to build a room big enough for orchestra, and I want to build a room where I can do all these other things. And they're like, we don't have the budgets here for that. The labels aren't here yet. But that wasn't completely true, because LaFace Records was here, and people were taking note. This is right when Outkast, when we did Southern Playlistic, this studio was 3 years after Southern Playlistic, or 2, so right on the heels of it, right? And nobody thought it would work, and they all had really good reasons based on what was happening in this town. And I listened to all of them, and then I basically just said, I believe if we build it, they will come.
I believe that.
And so we built it, and they came. I mean, sure enough. And that was a good example of, don't do that shit, it's crazy. And I did it anyway.
That's also the most incredible thing I've experienced in a studio, is just the way that you connect with people, even sitting in like a kitchen, and the people you meet. Like, there's so much about community, I think, specifically in Atlanta.
Yeah.
That people are craving it. And there's so much collaboration and availability here that you can't get even at home. You can only get in a studio, just meeting other people. And seeing the potential that you can have with others. I don't know. I don't think there's anything else like it.
Yeah, it's whatever kind of art you're doing, if you can do it in a collaborative environment, everybody grows. Everybody gets to
only amplifies you.
Exactly.
It only amplifies what you're doing.
Yeah.
And it's because I think about it now too, like, kind of how we met. Like, it's all because of...
Well, that was in a studio.
It was in a studio.
It was in a studio. But that's what I'm saying. There's something about a studio, and people it's like a meeting of the minds. Yep. And people are like, oh, finally.
I look at it, and I look at it like, and I energetically feel it.
100%.
When I go into studios like the historic places in the Shoals, or like Capricorn, like we did last week, when I walk in there, I feel like I'm walking into like a church or a cathedral of some kind.
And it builds your energy.
Yeah, like I immediately feel like, oh wow,
I can do something.
I'm in this magical
Yeah.
place.
It's inspiring.
It's so inspiring.
Mhm.
It like feels like
Yeah.
nothing can stop me in this in here.
Why is that?
Yeah.
I don't even know. I mean, for me, it's because I'm a gear nut, and I love acoustics, and I love rooms, and I love to hear a room when I walk in it, and I love to look at the stuff. But why do other people feel that way? Because I know that there's plenty of people who don't know shit about a console or anything else, but when they still walk in, and I see this all the time here, Teresa, I do tours for kids or parents or schools or whatever, and as soon as they walk in, they have this like reverence.
Yeah.
Why?
I personally think it's almost like a church. And there's so many parts to making something. One person doesn't make one thing. You have someone like you that nerds out on this, like on the gear and the sound. And then you have the people that are like the congregation, the people that are singing. You have you have everything, and it's pieces. It's not one person. One person can't do one thing. One person can't do everything. You have to have all these like magical nerding like aspects that really create this like magical place that an artist can sit in and feel safe for one,
Right.
and the ability to actually like create. I consider myself like a nerd, but I'm not like you or Lewis necessarily. I'm more like,
Not yet.
but I come from like an artist perspective. I'm a writer. I'm all these things. And it's like, I don't know, as an emotional, intuitive person, I walk into a place and I know where I'm safe. I know where I can create.
Right.
Absolutely. I feel it in my gut.
Yeah, that's I mean, really, that's at the heart, I think, what you just said of getting an amazing performance from any artist, whether they're singing or playing a guitar lead or whatever they're doing.
Yeah.
The feeling of safety to just cut loose
1000%.
and do whatever you feel without any,
Because it's
without any
vulnerable.
judgment. Without any judgment.
It's so vulnerable to even like play in front of anybody, to sing in front of anybody, to fuck up in front of anybody is so embarrassing.
And honestly, I think, and the division between this side of the glass where we are now and that side where you're, in the booth and you're like, in the spotlight, whatever you want to call it, is super real. It's a real thing.
Yeah.
And when I started interning at studios, like way before I had a studio, and traveling around and visiting studios and meeting with people trying to get jobs, basically, as a college graduate intern, when you had to carry a paper fucking resume around and have mailed it in advance. Hello, I'm calling you from the payphone in your town. And did you get my resume? Can I come by to the studio? Whatever, that kind of shit. That's what I did for a couple of years.
Oh, I did the same thing. Remember, Spain is 10 years behind. And now it's caught up a little bit.
That's why you're an old soul.
But like,
that's why men from Spain are built different. I don't know what it is.
They're
10 years
my band
older.
broke up when I was like 15, 16, and I'm like, dude, I don't give a shit about high school. I'm getting paid to play music. 15, 16 with these dudes.
Yeah.
Our band breaks up, and like, well, I play drums, I play bass, I play guitar. I guess I need to learn how to record. Then I can be self-efficient.
Right.
And I did the same thing. I was just like, where are the studios here in Spain? And I called everywhere, knocked on doors. Let me just enter. I want to learn.
I would be like, is it cool if I sleep in my truck in your parking lot? I would literally sleep in the parking lot.
Yeah, I had to get my mom to drive me.
She's smoking weed.
Well, that's the funny part. It's like then I got an internship during the summer, like where my dad lived on the south, like I guess Cadiz, Andalusia, south side of Spain, southwest coast, close to Portugal, and there I am in a studio with two stoners. One was an alcoholic and the other was just stoned all day, And the cool thing, they really taught me a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But what was so awesome is that, like, like now artists would like start like trusted me, the intern, because like I wasn't stoned. I wasn't like, drinking or anything like this. And it was like, oh, look, he knows how to patch stuff into the, like, damn, like, and it was like, it's such a magical experience of trial and error too.
Yeah.
But I think to what you guys were talking about too, one of the things about, I personally feel about a studio is like, we're so attuned to like creation. And I think most humans are, because biologically, we are meant to procreate. We are meant to create life. And I think when you walk into an environment where it's just the only thing that comes out of here is creativity.
It's creation.
Right.
This place doesn't take away. This place gives to the world. And I think there is something subconsciously that humans experience when they walk into a room like that.
Yeah.
Because like, as an example, like a hospital, life.
You feel a difference. You feel a difference.
But,
you feel a difference where people in the cancer unit versus the birth unit. Like you feel a different energy.
Difference.
You're right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know as a human.
You're right. You're right about that.
What's different.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing with like libraries. When you walk into a library, there's also a different kind of energy.
I immediately have to pee. When I go to a library. I don't know what it is.
I want to take a nap.
Yeah.
Oh, it's nap time.
The smell, I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I smell the books and I want to take a nap. Because I used to hide out in the library and sleep in school.
There you go.
Yeah, it's like time, library, yay. But you're right, man. I think the safe, creative environment is really what we're trying to create.
Yeah.
And when I was younger, early, and I visited a lot of places I went to didn't have that. And right away, I was super uncomfortable. And one of the things that I hated the worst, and this is also, it's not uncommon, but it doesn't work for me, is like when somebody's on the other side of the glass and they can't hear you, and you're here making fun of them.
See,
because they suck.
I know.
Or they just did something terrible or whatever it is. I can't do it.
I know.
I can't do it.
It's not fair to the person creating you.
No, it's not. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm guilty of having done it. I mean, I won't tell you why it was, but it was a remake of a song, and the version of the remake struck me as so funny. I could not stop laughing, but I was trying to hide under the console and I was just like, oh my God, no, I wasn't trying to but anyway.
Yeah.
I'd never work with them again. They heard me. I was like losing it. I was like on the floor going, oh my God. Anyway, but typically that's like, I say that to say I understand the other side of the glass concept. But in general, for me, it's always, I'm so sensitive to what the other person's doing that if it's bad, I'm in here feeling bad. I'm not feeling good.
No.
Like going, ooh, shit, okay, we got to do that again. But for me, it's never been a source of amusement.
Yeah. Well, it's a business of impasse.
Yes.
It really
is a
very
business of impasse.
Yeah, that makes sense. But so I tried to get jobs at different studios. I got offered a couple that I didn't take. And in the end, the main reason that I started Tree Sound was because I felt like I wanted to make a place where people didn't have to worry about the person on the other side of the glass.
And you feel that here.
And you could feel safe.
You do.
Knowing that everybody here is respectful. And if you're, if whatever you're doing is not good, we're going to try and help you make it better. We're not going to, make fun of you.
Yeah.
That's not the job. The job is to make it better, to make everything better.
Yeah.
And, to start a whole other argument and another talking shit. Can't we just make people sing?
Yeah.
Because that's so hard to ask.
I know.
I mean, the abuse of technology to me at this point is like, it's almost to the point that we're talking about creating a safe and nurturing environment. It's almost the opposite of that. You're not nurturing or helping a singer by auto-tuning them.
No.
and never even expecting that they can even really sing. Because maybe they're really badass if they just get some lessons and they get a little coaching and they do some practice.
What if
Maybe
they just have nerves because they're here? Right? That could be a thing. They're great performing, but they're terrible recording.
Yeah.
There's
Plenty
also
of people.
Sometimes that happens.
Different kinds of nerves, but the idea is that the whole point of making a safe environment is to be able to get an amazing performance, so that you can feel comfortable just cutting loose. And if you make a mistake, it doesn't matter because there was probably amazing shit in there, despite the mistake, and then you go fix the mistake. But if you didn't have the environment where you felt comfortable enough to just cut loose, then you never know. If some machine is constantly adjusting.
and
I get that.
I don't know if unfortunately is the right word, because I just think like, you know, the world just evolves and we're constantly in flow and evolving, but it is going back to that cliche line that it's all about the journey and not the destination. Like nowadays, a lot of people are so focused on the destination that it's like, well, it's very easy to just use autotune or Melodyne instead of like spending 10,000 hours mastering your craft.
Right.
You know?
Of course.
And it's even in the studio environment, it's like, you know, we make mistakes. You've been doing this for 30 plus years, but there's still going to be something like, why the heck is this not working? Or why is this
if something's not broken and I'm not making a mistake, then clearly we're not doing anything.
Yeah.
Everything's always imperfect.
Oh, always. But that's the beauty of it. Wabi sabi, baby.
Exactly. Wabi sabi.
Wabi sabi.
That might be the time. So
it's about imperfection.
It's a Japanese philosophy. Yeah, where
perfect
they embrace
Yeah.
imperfection.
It is.
So like what they do, if like
We're running out of time.
yeah, there's a session. Okay,
What time is it?
Yeah. Well, let's wrap it up with
we're
this.
good. No, we
Sorry.
got 12 minutes. We're chilling. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, but with Wabi Sabi,
I have so much more to ask.
yeah.
I can deep dive so hard into philosophy of this.
So Wabi Sabi is this philosophical and art movement in Japan. So like it really kind of started with like the ceramics when they would break, instead of like throwing them away, they would piece them back together.
Some glue.
With glue, but with gold, with 24 karat gold in it.
So you had cracks in the plate with gold, and it was
Gold
beautiful.
cracks.
And that's what artistry
Love
is.
it.
That's what artistry is.
Yeah. So they do that with the buildings.
Yeah.
They do it with buildings. And like if you know, like the front of the house is like looking all torn up, they embrace it.
Yeah.
Like let's see the beauty of time.
Yeah.
What has time done to this building?
Love it.
They do it with art, with music. They do it in literature. It's even in the strokes of their calligraphy, you know, because they're very meticulous with how they write.
If you ever saw my log cabin and how wonky it is, and you looked at this place, you would see that philosophy at play.
Yeah.
Where I started building the cabin, it started getting colder. And things started moving slower. And at the beginning, the cabin was like, it's like super, like we're measuring, like, no, I need a log that's an 1/8 inch smaller. You know, we're like calling off measurements to match the exact size of the logs as we're, and then as
use a metric system.
As it gets taller, you can see it getting more and more and more wonky. And as I got halfway, and I was just like starting to lose it, because I'm like, I gotta go another floor higher.
You're like,
and I'm looking
at
how perfect, not perfect. Still, we're building out of logs. There's no fucking perfect, but how much more precise the first like third of it was, and then how it got worse. I finally got to a point where I realized this is my lesson in perfect imperfection. I'm going to make it as good as I can before we all die freezing to death in Alaska. And so it became more of a matter of how quick can I get a wood stove? How quick can I get a roof? How quick can I get windows? And as that process became more important than trying to make it perfect, it became like, it's still, I love it. I still love my cabin.
You're going to live more.
But I can watch it. I can watch the evolution of my thought process of having to let go of trying to make it like this. You know, this was like going crazy, and like every piece of door trim is like building furniture, and the cabin is like, yeah, man, that'll do. Put a nail in it. You know, at the end, it was like, but nailed it. Nailed it.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Well, I hate to say it, but perfection is an illusion.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
It's just not real.
That's right. Nothing's true.
You know, nothing is real. It is what you make it, and we're here for each other, and we're here creating, and we're building something.
That's right.
And it's going to be imperfect, and that's really cool.
And whatever it is, it's only what you perceive at this moment.
Yeah.
100%.
Because in the next few seconds,
And how you could.
you won't even remember what happened.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's a good place to end the podcast.
Yeah,
You know,
right.
first
Right.
talking shit.
And then forget whoever's heard anything.
Yeah. This isn't real.
Forget all this
This
shit.
is an illusion.
Forget all this cheat. None of this cheat is real. You know?
But yeah, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching.
you.
Thanks to Jesse, manning the camera and the recording.
Yeah.
And thanks to Paul. Thanks to Teresa.
Thanks, you guys.
Thanks to
man.
the community. Thanks to the music.
Yeah.
You know,
Thanks to you.
Thanks to everyone.
Thank
Praise,
you.
praise Jah.
Thank you for
Yeah.
trying your best every single day. It means a lot.
Right.
Bada bing, bada
Yeah.
boom.
Don't forget, wherever you are, there you are
Yeah.
right now.
And you matter.
Catch you on the next
Yeah.
episode. Have a good one, y'all.
Talking shit.
Talking shit.
Chit, checking shit out. We're checking shit out. Checking shit out. We're checking shit out.